Sometimes in a fight, kawa paula. Wake up and give you some dandaula. Sometimes in a fight, kawa dasha. Na tuomba na roba tila jawalasha. Mwana pechalo jesa bochawama. Dola ukeli le dola samwa. Wazo wiantashu utabamona. Walolela peke fwe watuka pona. Wena waishi wapyo kukondema. Kapali wabawino kama ovena. Kati yuwe na nilesa pe wasala. Kani wena katoa bape munsala. Sodini. Ale muere la posori. Uya, uya, uya. Nile sawa salide sori. Kapale pozinga chitape oso. Shambo chanoa. Wawa muwato wanoa. Nukumamba na tubonga sofa. Satwa kareke sori. Shambo chanoa. Wawa muwato wanoa. Nukumamba na tubonga sofa.
This song, as nice as it sounds, marked the fall of PF. This song spoiled PF, because in this song it portrayed Edgar Lungu as the only one, as the only leader for PF, and everybody became subservient to Edgar Lungu, and they couldn't think of advising or challenging Edgar Lungu. And this song really messed up PF. It messed up PF because even now, as much as Edgar Lungu is dead, we are still playing this song. In the minds of a number of PF, this song is still playing. This song is still playing. Edgar Lungu is long gone, but this song is still playing. This song is still playing in the minds of the PF. You can see Edgar Lungu died 3 months ago. But look at the blogs of the PF. They are still posting the pictures of Edgar Lungu as if Edgar Lungu is still alive. You see, when we are posting pictures on social media, we post pictures to campaign. It is part of a campaign. It is part of, showing the people who your candidate is, who your leader is. And up to today, the PF, muise na panokam, the PF, come and listen. What I'm telling you is not to attack you, but it's to help you realign yourself. It's to help you make up your minds. But real Edward, Umfweni, Umfweni bane. Umfweni. Lelo, you can even take it that I'm on your side. You can even take it that I'm on your side. The only thing is that I am giving you the truth as it is. I am giving you the truth as it is. So yes, you are busy insulting me, but please, namilomba, listen, ngumfweniko, listen to me for the good of your party, for the good of your political careers, for the good of our country, because our country is a plural democracy. We need other players. We don't just need UPND and Hakainde Ichirema. No, we need other players. We need formidable opposition for our country to move forward, because when we have a formidable opposition, President Hakainde Ichirema and UPND, they will sit up, they will jack up, they will check what they do. They will check what they do. So it is important for our country. It is important for our democracy. It is important for our democracy. I want to contribute to democracy. That's why I remain objective. That's why I don't fall into psychophantism. I don't. That is why I am not compromised by those who are giving me kangwe. No. Some people like to say, no, Daddy, as long as money, whatever. I'm telling you, I am struggling now. I'm struggling now. When I was with the PF, exam, I think I was much better, to be honest with you. I was much better. Yes, it was not whatever. It was not that I was swimming in money, but I was much better. I was much better. So every month, narishwatka $1,500 kala ingira. Every month, narishwatka $1,500 kala ingira. Pitane ka one pin ka ingira. Pitane shan. So, but when it came to the real issue of Edgar Lungu's burial, I said no. And those who are aligned to PF, who were giving me money, they said no, you don't have to talk about this. You don't have to talk about this. And I said, no ways. No one tells me what I should talk about. If you tell me what I should talk about, forget it. Forget it. No, if you talk about it, then a sponsorship will go. I said, let it go. Let it go. And here I am. But God is keeping me. God is keeping me. God is keeping me. One thing is that I trust in so much in God. I trust in God first. First thing wami kupa screen hapa kwa tapale moneka we. This one, I don't know. So it's not about akangwe awe. Not I believe in God. I just believe in God. I believe in God's providence. I'm 51 years old. 51 years old. Okonaf makutali. Le sali insunga. Nabanana likwata nakusha na sambilisha. So le lote tingi se ntampo kutantoa nkane bootlicking a person just because that yo ulempela kangwe hawe. Especially when I believe. Oh Lord. Nachila water look side you can see TikTok tidy on. Especially if it is on issue of principle. If it is on issue of principle, no ways, that munkwanishi. Abopena pona shu pila kofi, opona shu pila kofi. Epona shu pila kofi. Abopena fiapo, epona shu pila. And I do understand those who say no, but I mean we can't trust that. Yes, it's true. I can tell you that. Because on a matter of principle, I'll go with my principle, I'll go with my conviction. It doesn't matter how much you are giving me. And a very good example, those of you who follow me and support me, please help me to challenge some of those people that say, hey, Tayali, it's about money. Tell them, Tayali was outside and he was being sponsored by people who are connected to PF. And desperate as he was, you know, or as I am, I refused to agree with them, to go with them on the issue of the burial of Edgar Lungu. My position has always been consistent. It's one. Edgar Lungu must be buried in Zambia. That's all. Edgar Lungu must be buried in Zambia. That is the only issue. All those other issues that have brought in, you know, it's as a result of politics. But my issue is very simple. Edgar Lungu must be buried in Zambia. Unfortunately, people have been playing politics with it, which I have refused. You cannot be using Ichitumbi to play politics. You can't. People have been trying to retain power using Ichitumbi. When Edgar Lungu is gone, I have refused. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And for that, people who helped me to be here, people who are sustaining me, they said, no, you can't talk about this. I said, no. Did I have any sponsorship from somewhere? No, I didn't. Did I get money from UPND? Nothing. Did I speak to Hakainde Hichilema? Nothing. It was on principle. It is on principle. So, people, yes, of course, will say, no, this, no. It's about principle, Muntwandi. It's about principle. So, that is why even today, I am hoping that tomorrow, we will not go to court to continue with the appeal. I'll be very disappointed if tomorrow we will go to court and continue with the appeal. I am hoping that tomorrow we will go to court and ask the court to say, we have agreed. I mean, these issues here and there, whatever. I mean, all those issues can be resolved. What I want is Edgar Lungu to be brought to Zambia. He's a former head of state. Let him be buried there. As much as he had his negatives, he also had his positives. And unfortunately, some of the negatives, Munjereleko, it is not that I am talking bad of somebody who is gone. I am simply stating facts as they are. I'm simply stating facts as they are. Unfortunately, some of the weaknesses of Edgar Lungu have costed PF. Some of the weaknesses of Edgar Lungu has costed PF. PF is gone, Yuane. PF is gone. PF is gone. Mark my words. PF is gone. And I'm not saying this to decampaign PF. I am saying this to forewarn those who are in PF, those who love PF, and to help them start realigning themselves, start changing, start looking at the way forward. Because really, PF is gone. You will not resolve PF before 2026 general elections. You won't. And after 2026 general elections, that's it. That's it. That's it. You are a betrayer. How? Mulife, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not a betrayer. I am somebody that is telling you the truth. PF is gone. PF is gone. I repeat, PF is gone. Get it into your heads. PF is gone. But this does not mean that, PF is gone and even the membership is gone. No, PF has got its membership. SATA built a very strong, base, He set up a very good base for PF. PF is still strong, I don't know what I would say. In the background, how can I express that? Background PF opoyaba. Yeah, background PF opoyaba. PF is there. But you people with your selfishness, you are going to demoralize people about the background. You are going to demoralize the support base of PF. PF has got a support base. You know, it has people that love PF. Grassroots. Thank you. Thank you, Juliet Mawutwe. Thank you. Yes, on the grassroots, PF is there. PF has got a strong base on the grassroots. That is for sure. It has it. But you are going to destroy the grassroots if you continue being selfish, if you continue playing intra-party in Ingalato, if you continue playing intra-party in Ingalato, if you continue being selfish, you are going to destroy the grassroots. Me, tonight, I am talking to you as a prophet shouting in the wilderness, to say, go to the grassroots. Before the grassroots is gone, go and pick the grassroots and take them to the right place. Take them to the right place. Otherwise, you lose those people. You will lose those people. Time to get the grassroots is now. Time to get the grassroots is now. But that grassroots, you will not get it as PF. You need to identify a party and ride on that party to 2026. You are not going to resolve PF issues. The PF issues are a mess. It is really a mess. You can't resolve those issues. You are joking. You are joking. You can't. You can't. You can't resolve those issues. And those issues, the destruction of PF, the destruction of PF has come, number one, with the Lungu family itself. Number one, the Lungu family. Number two, Mao Sampa. Mao Sampa, you are a destroyer, Mao Sampa. Mao Sampa, you have destroyed PF. Don't even masquerade to be trying to pose, trying to even accuse judges and whatever. The court has got nothing to do with this nonsense in PF. It has got nothing to do with it. It is all, everything was concocted by you, by PF. It started with Edgar Lungu. It went to you, Mao Sampa. And whilst other members, they remained praise singers. They remained sycophants. They couldn't challenge Edgar Lungu. And things were just getting worse. Even now where we are, everything is just a mess. I say I make statements, but I always back them up. I have said, number one, the selfishness of the Lungu family. I'm not just saying Lungu, but the Lungu family. Look, when Sata died, Valungu did not invest in making sure that the grassroots is harnessed, the grassroots is strengthened. Valungu centralized the PF. It was a family affair. It was about wako ni wako. It was about a few individuals that Valungu looked at to say, okay, uyu munandi, okay, uyu whatever. It was not about the party. Sata's ideology for PF was about the grassroots. It was about the membership. That's why he didn't even make cards. He said anyone who identified himself as PF is one of us. Is one of us. That's what Sata wanted, a membership base. And to grow that membership base, he wanted anyone who sympathized with him to feel that he's part of PF. Unfortunately, this is what brought Kadarism. Because now, anyone who wanted to do whatever nonsense, they were claiming to be members of the PF. So they did whatever nonsense in the name of PF. At any time, any kabwalala, any thief, any disgruntled person could claim to be PF. And he would get away with a lot of nonsense. But the idea of SATA was to grow PF, the membership base. That was the idea. That's why SATA did not talk about cards, because he wanted a membership base. And he actually identified himself with a grassroots. That's why you saw You know, among the so-called security, we had the people like, you know, Judge Ngoma. These are the people that surrounded himself. Why? It is because when the people at the grassroots, they see Judge Ngoma, they used to identify themselves with some of the people that were around Sata. Even this Kaiza Zulu is not an elitist. Kaiza Zulu is a Katondo boy. He's a Katondo boy. So these people, Sata embraced them so that, you know, the grassroots can be strong. Sata was strengthened by the grassroots. Behold, when Lungu came in, that changed. It was about who is who. It was about who is who. And eventually, Edgar Lungu was surrounded by a few people that only were interested in making money. Who were interested in making money. And Lungu also, you know, his mind, for lack of a better word, he became corrupt. He became corrupt because he was enjoying umutulo. Lungu, it was about who is bringing umutulo, who is bringing umutulo, who is bringing in umutulo. That's it. In terms of government, who is cutting a deal and whatever. And on top of that, he had no courage. He had no courage. So, umuntu ngaliamo, umuntu ngatula, they were able to just do whatever they wanted. Whatever they wanted. Somebody says, including, just say, including yourself. No, I was not part of them. I was not part of Lungu Inner Circle. I was not part of Lungu Inner Circle. I was not part of Lungu Inner Circle because for me, whenever I had an opportunity, I used to say the truth. That is why I used to be arrested. They were arresting me. They were arresting me. Why were they arresting me if I was part of the Inner Circle? Why were they arresting me if I was part of the Inner Circle? If Lungu had won 2021, I was going to go to jail. Some of you forget this. If Lungu had won, I was going to jail. I was going to jail. I survived going to jail because Lungu did not win the elections. They were very serious with that prosecutor. I don't take, you know, I forgive, I move on. But that prosecutor who was being used by PF, he's still there at Magistrate. But he was a PF guy who was being used, you know, to fix people. But he's still prosecuting there. Anyway, so those people that surrounded Lungu, it was just now, you know, a fanfare for them. It became what do you call? There's a word for it. Where just a few guys, you know, with money, you know, crypto, whatever. There's a word for it. It is escaping my mind. Where just a few guys with resources are around and they are ruling and they are just there, you know. The grassroots was forgotten. The grassroots was forgotten. A number of people on the grassroots, they were complaining. They had no access to Edgar Lungu. They had no access to resources. It's those avena kalimanshi, avena nani uko avena nani sefo kulumbra mashina yengi, but namu veshiva. Some of them they are in court, Some of them they are in court. Some of them bali kuma jeri. Just on top there, the women background, the women on the grassroots were left out. Positions, they started, you know, sharing. I mean, excuse me, I have to say the truth. Like what happened in Chawama. What happened in Chawama? I'm saying the Lungu family because it was not just about Edgar Lungu. What happened in Chawama? He only went there for one term. Why was Charo removed? To put Tasila there. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. The selfishness. Because if you think of it, honestly speaking, I mean, who knows Chawama between Tasila and Sicharwe? But why was Sicharwe removed? Why was Sicharwe removed? Are you telling me there were no better candidates to put in Chawama? Chawama has not been represented in this term. Chawama has not been represented in this term because Tasila is hardly there. Even before this funeral issue, Tasila has hardly been there. Has hardly been there. This is how the Lungu family have spoiled PF. They have messed up PF. They have messed up PF. If Masichawa had continued, Chawama would have been represented by now. But Sichalo was removed. Why was Sichalo removed? I'm just giving you an example. I'm giving you an example. Lungu himself, even after losing power, he held on to PF. He held on to PF. He couldn't let go of PF. He couldn't give somebody to run with PF. He couldn't run. He couldn't do it. He appointed Given Lubinda as vice. But what was Given doing? What was Given doing? What powers did Given have? Given, if Given was given the presidency of PF, we wouldn't be talking about what we are talking about now. The Mao Sampa issue wouldn't have come. Okay, nonetheless, forget about Given. If we had gone to the convention, I used to talk about this. Those of you who follow me, you remember, and you are criticizing me. You are insulting me for talking against Edgar Lungu. I was saying it. Let's go for a convention. Let's go for a convention. Let's go for a convention. They never went. Oh, excuses, because Lungu was holding on to PF. He was holding on to PF. Holding on to PF. Mundubile came up. Mundubile came up and he posed as a good leader for PF. He was going to be a very good leader. A leader but that if only was allowed to take over, today we would not be talking about this situation that we are talking about. We wouldn't be where we are. But Mundubile was bad by the Lungu family. Mundubile was chingered by the Lungu family. They just blocked him. Other people, of course, wanted. That is why they paid, Ayama 200 pin. They wanted to contest. But no, they held back. Given was stopped from contesting. Given was stopped from contesting. Why was Given stopped? Why was Given Lubinda stopped from contesting? Given Lubinda is not one of the presidential candidates. Is it that Given Lubinda didn't want? No. It is because Lungu told him not to contest. He told him not to contest. But why did Edgar Lungu stop Given Lubinda from contesting? Why is Given Lubinda not among those presidential aspirants for PF? Why? Because Edgar Lungu stopped him. Edgar Lungu, if and that playing, he had his own people who are left wire. Yeah? So they have messed up PF, and because of all that selfishness, because of that intra-party machinations, that is how Mao Sampa came in. Mao Sampa was like, okay guys, you think that you can play this? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. And he went and connived. He connived with the power that be. In the night, Hakainde Hichilema did not go and knock on Mao Sampa's door to say, Mao Sampa, come here. Can you take over PF? No. Mao Sampa is the one who went to the UPND and told them, like what is his name? Like Judas Iscariot. Mao Sampa is the one who went in the night to UPND, like Judas Iscariot, to sell PF. To sell PF, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And the UPND, they said, yeah, this looks good. Go ahead. Go ahead. We will support you. Mao Sampa is the one that went and connived with the UPND to destroy PF. He is the one. He is a problem. But again, Mao Sampa's treachery is as a result of the selfishness of Lungu, whereby he was holding on. He didn't want to let go. So Mao Sampa, revolted, and ended up now staging a convention. He staged the convention on 24th October. Independence. People are celebrating independence. Mao Sampa was taking over. Mao Sampa was doing a coup. Mao Sampa staged a coup against Edgar Lungu because Edgar Lungu was being mediocre. Because Edgar Lungu was being, selfish. And Mao Sampa staged a coup. He staged a coup. Mao Sampa staged a coup. He took over. And I'm using that word. I'm using the coup in literal sense. He staged a coup. That was a coup. He took over. And it has got technical implication. When you stage a coup, it has got technical implications. It has implications. And these are the implications that we are living in, which have totally destroyed PF. Because when you stage a coup, you assume power. Yeah? You assume power. When you stage a coup, you assume power. And in that power that you have, it gives you, the authority to appoint people. And those people that you appoint, they are there within, the powers of the coup. The powers of the coup. In those countries where they have staged coups, the leader appoints government. And those government officials, they are legitimate in the context of a coup. We have got a number of countries. I don't want to mention countries. But some of the countries that today are being led by coup leaders. And those coup leaders are being recognized. They are going all over the world. Those coup leaders are going all over the world and they are being recognized. You can't say, no, you are a coup leader, whatever. We are not going. No, they are going with diplomatic passports. They are the ones representing that country. Yes, it was a coup. Yes, it is illegitimate. But unfortunately, once a coup has taken place, it has the authority within that framework of a coup. And this is what happened to PF. So Mao Sampa, when he took over PF, when he staged that coup, Lungu was no longer president. Whoever it is, whoever is claiming to have positions in PF, they were no longer PF. That is why even Brian Munduvile was removed from being the leader of opposition. Because a coup was staged. And Mao Sampa had to appoint his leader of opposition. And he appointed Chavinga. And Chavinga is recognized. Foolish as he may be, but he is recognized. He is a recognized opposition leader. Yes, no, he has no legitimacy. Whatever. Yes, he was appointed after a coup. And he is the government. He is the leader of opposition. Whether you like it or not, he is. He was appointed by a guy that staged the coup. And he was a leader at that moment. From there, we have another coup now. Another coup was staged within PF. Mao Sampa appointed Ngona as Secretary General. Ngona as Secretary General. And Ngona and Chavinga, they staged the coup and removed Mao Sampa. In that context of a coup, Chavinga and Ngona, They are the leaders of PF. They are the leaders of PF. It doesn't matter whether they have support from the people and whatever. Just like some coup leaders don't have the support base. But they are the leaders. They are the leaders. So look at it in that context. If you look at it from that context, it will help you understand where we are and the trouble that is there. The trouble that is there. Mao Sampa staged the coup against Lungu. Took whatever. No matter what you said, no matter what you can say, Lungu remained with no power over PF. He had no power. Mao Sampa appoints Ngona and Chavinga. Chavinga, later on, they stage another coup, remove Mao Sampa. Mao Sampa, no matter what he can claim, he is no longer a leader of PF. He is no longer a leader of PF. The same way that he removed Lungu, and Lungu did not have power over PF. It is the same way that Mao Sampa today doesn't have the powers for PF, over PF. He doesn't. He doesn't have it. He doesn't. And then now you want to talk about, no, hey, what about the courts and whatever. I'm telling you, these are politics. These are politics. You can't drag yourself. Don't do politics in court. Don't do politics in court. No, don't do politics in court. Don't waste your time with judges to do politics for you. I'm telling you, learn this. Learn this. If you want to succeed in politics, don't rely on the courts. Don't rely on the courts. The courts are not politicians. We don't do politics in court. We don't. You will always be crying. The courts will only go your way if indeed your politics is right. If your politics is right, even the courts will be right for you. You will get justice. Don't talk about justice when you don't have political power. Political power gives you justice according to you. Political power gives you justice according to you, the way you want it. That's how it will come. Political power. Political power. Don't talk about courts. Don't talk about courts in politics. You are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. In politics, don't talk about the courts. Courts are for the ordinary people. Courts are for the ordinary people. But if you are a politician, don't go to court and expect justice. Don't. You are a politician and you go to court, you are looking for justice. Courts are for the ordinary people, not politicians. Hey, Tayali, hey, just go to court. Hey, just go to court. And hey, whatever, my friend. My friend, I know these things. That's why I'm out here. I know these things. If you have got political power, you will get justice according to the way you want it. According to the way you want it. Lungu was in power and he went to court over eligibility. He got justice according to the way he wanted. Lungu, when he was in power, he went to court over eligibility and he got justice according to the way he wanted. He was declared eligible. When Lungu lost power, Edgar Lungu, Hakainde Chilema came in. Eligibility case, the same case came up. Edgar Hakainde Chilema got justice according to the way he wanted. When you have political power, you will get justice according to the way you want. So you don't waste your time and start verifying an innocent judge. Hey, Judge Zulu is not signing. Hey, Judge Zulu is not signing. Judge Zulu is not signing. Judge Zulu cannot sign that consent. And don't think that, because you are looking at it very simplistic. Very, very simplistic. And I even wonder some of you. You wrote that consent where Mao Sampa is saying, no, what we did on 24th October, is it 2022 or 2023? I want to look at that. Is it 2023? 24th October 2023, I think. Yes, 2023. So, Mao Sampa, they have written a consent order. They have written a consent order whereby, according to them, according to their simplistic thinking, I mean, these guys, you know, they are politicians, and some of them have even gone, they have even occupied these high offices. But I'm telling you, a lot of them, politically, I beat them. I beat them because they don't think like politicians. When you are a politician, you need to think differently. You need to think politics. You need to think politics. But a number of them, I mean, they are so basic in their thinking. When I look at them, I'm like, really? Are you doing politics? A number of people, they are so basic. I understand the ordinary citizens. The ordinary citizens, they look at things from a simplistic point of view. But in politics, 1 + 1 is not always 2, unless the one who wants power says it is 2. In politics, 1 + 1 is not always 2, unless the one with power says it is 2. But if the one who has power says it is 3, it will be 3. It will be 3, and there will be a lot of people coming to tell you, no, it is 3. No, it is 3. No, it is 3. You can even go to court, and the court will come and tell you to say, no, you are making a mistake. 1 + 1, but this plus, there is a 1 here. It comes to 3. I'm telling you, there will be a judgment. So, a judgment. I want to demonstrate to you how 1 + 1 can equal to 3 in politics. 1 + 1. They will come and tell you to say, you are wrong. 1, 2, 3. They will count this plus. They will count it. They will say, how many characters can you see here? There are 3 characters, so it is 3. If you have power, political power is crazy. Political power is just crazy. It's not logical. It's not about logic. It's not about what is making sense. It's not about what is moral. No. It is about the power. If you have the power and the people will come, it will be 3. And we will join in. You even hear me coming here. No, it is 3. Whenever Subumba will come, it is 3. Nakachinda will come, it is 3. Whatever. And you, without power, you will just remain there. With your knowledge, with your good logic, you will remain there. So, this nonsense, this consent judgment is very basic. And I mean, I'm laughing at them. I am really laughing at these people who think that this consent will take them anywhere. I'm really laughing that it will take you anywhere. It can't take you anywhere. It can't take you anywhere. And the judge is in a very difficult situation. And of course, I mean, you are PF, you are in opposition. Who the hell are you? Like Zimba would say, who the hell? Who the hell? Who the hell? What will happen to the judge? Even if she doesn't sign it, she can keep this 5 years, no problem. Who the hell? Who the hell? Just because you come on social media, just because this one and that one will talk, and you think the judge will sign. Who the hell? She will keep it. You will keep on insulting her, she will just keep it. And you will go nowhere. You can do nothing. You can go to the Judicial Complaint Commission. They will sit on your complaint. They won't even entertain it. Political power. Now, why? Technically, why? I said, when you stage a coup, it has implications. Why won't this consent be signed? It is because what was staged is a coup. And whoever was appointed, it is like, you know, I'm refraining from mentioning some countries, you know. But you know, Traore was not voted, for example. Traore was not voted. Eh? But here you are. How many of you talk about Traore? And Traore is doing things in his country. His ministers are recognized as ministers. Okay? They are recognized as ministers. So, you can't, when Traore will go out, you cannot prosecute all those that were part of Traore's government who were appointed. You can't. You can't prosecute them unless, of course, it is political. But really, I mean, the guy has executive powers. He has executive powers and is appointing people. And he's going around meeting whatever leaders. And he will die in the history of Burkina Faso as a former leader, as a former president. That's what it is. That's what it is. He will be a president. Eh? He will be a president. I mean, look at Uganda, for example. Uganda, Museveni is a coup leader. He's a coup leader. Although, of course, later on, they brought in democracy. But really, what brought him in was a coup. And they have been changing constitutions. They have been doing things to bring them where they are. So, Mao Sampa was president. Whether you like it or not, the thing is that a coup was staged and he entered into the Registrar of Societies records as president. He was the legitimate, according to our constitution, our laws. He was legitimate. No, the convention was not legal. Yes, it was not legal, but now he is part of the Registrar of Societies. He was at that moment. After a coup was staged, Chavinga came in. Chavinga staged another coup. And they have changed those documentations. You can say, no, but I mean, the documentations and whatever. Unfortunately, that Chavinga guy, crazy as he is, nonsensical as he may be, he is the leader of PF. He is the leader of PF. So this consent, just because what you are saying, you are looking at it from the point of view to say, no, Mao Sampa staged the coup. So, Mao Sampa had a convention, and out of that convention, he appointed this one, he appointed that one. So, when we remove the convention, if we say the convention was illegal, then it means all the appointments are illegal. That is your simplistic way of looking at things. Simplistic. To say, Mao Sampa had a convention which was not legal. So, let's push in a consent judgment to say, no, this convention was not legal. It was not legal. Now, are you telling me, how are you going to undo that to the Registrar of Societies? Because you have to you have to backtrack. When you say that, you have to backtrack to go to the Registrar of Societies and bring back Lungu and whatever. That's what you, in your simple thinking, you are thinking, oh, okay, that whatever the convention was illegal, then everything becomes whatever. You have to think of, there is a government department. There is a government department that recognizes Mao Sampa as president. How are you going to resolve issues at the Registrar of Societies? Yes, in your simplistic view, you'll be thinking to say, no, it is just a matter of changing. No, it's government. It's government. You need to understand. You need to understand statecraft. Government cannot just correct. The government doesn't correct mistakes like that. Government doesn't just go, no, it's government. There is a history, there is continuity, there are records and whatever. It has repercussion on government if government is going to simply go and accept to say, yeah. No, that convention was illegal. So let's, no, it doesn't work out like that. Not with government. Not with government. Government does not easily accept mistakes just like that. No. And if you don't realize that, then you don't know statecraft. Then you don't know politics. You don't know how a government runs. You are not fit to be a leader. Because even myself, when I become president, it is not everything to say, no, this was a mistake. No, correct it. Correct it. Oh, government. Hey, why do you think countries are so resistant to acknowledge that slave trade was bad? Why is it that, a number of people, in South Africa, government cannot just come up and say, oh, those who suffered through apartheid, come here, line up. Ank was being persecuted by the apartheid regime. Ank is now in government. We have a number of victims of apartheid, including Ank itself, including the members of Ank. Why is it that these people are not easily just coming up to say, government did this to me, government did this to me, government did this to me? Why is it? Why? They are the ones you would expect that, now that the ANC is in power, they will simply line up. Oh, come on, all those who suffered. Oh, you were shot. Oh, your child was killed. Come on, here is the compensation. Oh, sorry, you were... No. It doesn't work out like that. It doesn't work out like that. You can't just come. Even if I take over, you don't just come back and say this. No. Even Hakainde Hichilema, they tried a bit, they have compensated a bit of people here. They had to sue and some people were paid. But really, if you look at it, how it was a little bit like, And of course, there are so many other UPND. Some of them are in jail. UPND leaders. Some of them are still in jail. But to take them out, it just didn't happen. Hakainde Hichilema comes into power and says, oh, no, I'm going... No. It doesn't work out like that. And even Hakainde Hichilema cannot just come up and say, no, that was wrong and whatever. Although in some cases, Hakainde Hichilema has done it, but it is wrong. It is wrong. You don't do that. You don't do that. You have to be careful when you do some of these things. So, in other words, what I'm just trying to tell you is that don't think the records at the reserve societies, they will simply go there and just rub, Mao Sampa, and bring back Edgar Lungu. No, it won't happen. It won't happen. Then from there, they won't just rub to say, no, Mao Sampa, so now we remove also Chavinga. No, it won't happen. It won't happen. Meanwhile, what you have to know is that Chavinga is also in court. Chavinga is in court. Mao Sampa and the Brian Mundubire and these others, they are in court. They are in court. And they are putting up this consent judgment. But there is another action where Chavinga and Ngona, they are contesting their own issues. So, if this consent is signed, what will happen to the action that Chavinga has? What will happen? What will happen? Then you take that consent and take it to that court to say, no, look, you are appointed by this, now we have signed the consent. You think it's going to happen like that? I hope you follow me. What I'm saying is that, yes, you have gone to the root to say, this is where things were messed up. This is where Mao Sampa took over presidency from Edgar Lungu illegally. Okay? And you have gone there and you are saying, we are correcting this. But the issue is, there have been a number of activities that have taken place, which cannot just be undone by this consent order, which will cause complications by these other things that have happened, by these other events that have taken over. For example, those court actions, because those court actions, Mao Sampa said, no, I've fired Chavinga. And Chavinga is saying, no. I'm the president after all. I'm the president. Now, if the judge signed this consent, then you take it to the other court to say, no, there is this. I mean, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. This one cannot, this consent, in your simple ways and logic, yes. Logic and talking about human whatever, thinking, yeah. This is a mistake. So once we sort out this, yeah. But not in politics. Not in politics. Not in governance. No. Not in governance. One example that I can give you. That consent order. If that consent order, it says, no, it was illegal. Follow this one, this example. Very good. If that consent order is signed, it is out of that convention brought Chavinga. And Chavinga is now leader of opposition. And as leader of opposition, Chavinga is drawing benefits as leader of opposition. Leader of opposition gets benefits. He has a car, he has some money. So now, if you tell me, okay, if you say that convention which brought Chavinga in, if you say it was illegal, okay, you sign, the judge signs it, it was illegal, then tell me what will happen to Chavinga. What will happen to Chavinga and all the benefits that he has accrued as the leader of opposition? What will happen? What will happen? Are you going to ask Chavinga to pay back? To say, no, you were brought in by this illegal, so start paying back, whatever. Yes, in simple mind, simply looking at things and whatever. Yes, that would be the right way. But we're talking about politics. And the political tide, the political power is not on your side. If the political power is on your side, yes, this kind of nonsense can happen. But since the political tide is against you, political power is against you, you can't expect that, there can be an order to say, you were illegally brought here. So whatever money that you got, Chavinga, bring back. No, it won't happen. It won't happen. Who is going to go through all that trouble? So this consent order of yours is a simplistic way of looking at resolving matters. And if you must know, this is the problem that Judge Zulu has. Because she knows her appending her signature on that, it has repercussions. It has a ripple effect. It has a ripple effect of events that has happened which have to be undone. And you want to push it to say, no. Hey, she should sign. She should sign. She should sign. You are simplistic in looking at things. You are not looking at politics, the reality of politics. These things can't happen. So that consent order of yours, that judge will not sign it. That judge will not sign it. And if she signs it, hey, she would not be acting out of wisdom. I would advise her not to sign it. I would advise her not to sign it. I would advise her not to sign it. I would tell her to say, hey, don't. It has an effect, that judgment can. Because it pulls the rug off the feet of many events. Many events. This, it's complicated. It's complicated. It's complicated. But who complicated it? It's you yourselves. Allah? It's you yourselves. You started this. You, Mao Sampa, you are the one that staged the coup. Now you want to undo it. Allah? What nonsense is that? You staged the coup. Now you want to undo it. And you want to blame others. No, they are not delivering justice. And yet it is your foolishness. It is your foolishness that started this. You are the people that caused this nonsense. And you want to drag other people into this nonsense. You are the ones. If Lungu, when he left power, he went and had a convention, we wouldn't be having this nonsense. We wouldn't be having this nonsense. If Lungu, before he died, he resolved to give in somebody to hand over power, we wouldn't be having this nonsense. If Mao Sampa didn't become rogue, impatient and selfish to stage a coup, we wouldn't be having this. So you brought this on yourselves. And you members, you were quiet. You were quiet. All of you, you were quiet. You were just following what Edgar Lungu was saying. Following what Edgar Lungu. And you knew, some of you, you know. I can talk about Given Luwinda, but I can tell you, Given Luwinda politically, Ndamutina, that guy is a politician. I mean, if there are people in our country who knows politics, political intelligentsia, Given Luwinda is one of them. Given Luwinda is a politician. Given Luwinda is a politician. I don't know who beat Given Luwinda in that country. Given Luwinda. But problem akwata Given. Problem akwata, which has brought us where we are, is cowardice. Given Luwinda doesn't have, you know, he is not a radical. You know, he doesn't want to shake the waters. No. He doesn't have the courage to lift you his head. No. He doesn't. Because if Given was lifting his head, he was one of the senior members of PF when Edgar Lungu was alive. And he should have helped in directing PF. Given Luwinda should have helped in directing PF to steer it in the right direction. But no, he became subservient to Edgar Lungu. Even Ipachi Tumbi, even this nonsense which is going on, I know Given Luwinda, when in his hearts of hearts, he does not agree with the nonsense that is going on in South Africa. I know he doesn't agree with the nonsense that is going on in South Africa. But Given Luwinda has got this, you know, this cowardice of not challenging people. Not challenging people. Not challenging people. I am very sure Given Luwinda doesn't accept the nonsense that is going on in South Africa. But because of his nature, he is subservient to whatever. He's just following Waesa. He's just following Waesa. Just like when Edgar Lungu told him, no, don't contest. And he accepted. How can somebody tell me, no, don't contest? And I agree. How? I want to become president. How can I agree? And because Given Luwinda's presidential ambitions, he has. And rightly so. Rightly so. He should be one of our presidential candidates. He should be. Those are people that, from my point of view, I mean, those are people that I respect. I mean, yes, I've got influence and I am big politically. But I give respect to people like Given Luwinda. I give respect. I give them respect. If Given Luwinda, I'm with Given Luwinda and who is going to stand, I will say let Given Luwinda go. Definitely, no problem. It's the same with my brother Mundubile. It's the same with my brother Mundubile. My brother Mundubile also doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight. He was there, he had it. But you know, he gave respect to Edgar Lungu. Anyway, Mundubile is more about respect. Mundubile has got so much respect, had so much respect for Edgar Lungu. He had so much respect. And I somehow with Mundubile, I do understand. Because you know, you must be ambitious, but you must control your ambitions, your desires, you know. You don't just have to whatever. So from that point of view, Mundubile is prudent. But for Given, you remember, Given is order in PF than Mundubile. Is order in PF. So Given had all the rights to claim PF. Because tell me, who among PF leaders is more senior than Mundubi, than Given? Tell me. So he should have, manned up and challenged Edgar Lungu, but he didn't. He didn't. He allowed, newcomers like Nakachinda. Like Nakachinda. So, they messed up this where we are. We are where we are because the PF themselves messed themselves up. And at this point in time, you cannot be pointing fingers, especially at a judge. It is very wrong to be pointing fingers at the judiciary. It is very wrong. You messed up your politics. Mweko komweka. You can resolve these issues without the courts. Why are you in court? Why can't you resolve these issues? Why can't you resolve these issues? Why? Why can't you resolve these issues outside removing the court? Why? Because if you are politically correct, if you are politically correct, politically intelligent, politically capacitated, you would actually resolve this issue. Chavinga is still PF, by the way. Chavinga is still PF. So if really you are good, you don't need the consent judgment. You don't need to insult the judge. You don't need. You just need to sit with that Chavinga. You sit together, you lock yourself in a room. You lock yourself in the room. And argue. The following day, you will take up actions without even the courts. You don't need the courts. You don't need the courts. If really you are politically astute, you don't need the courts. You can resolve these matters, mweka. You can resolve these matters, mweka. You can resolve them. You can call Chavinga, you can call Ngona, you can call Mao Sampa, and you lock yourself in the room to say, we want to be the opposition. We want to contest against the Haka in the Ichilim. So, let us resolve this. And right now, if you can do that, Chavinga, crazy as he may be, and Ngona as he may be, they can go for a convention. They can go for it. Where you are politically, you have got a capacity. I'm telling you, PF good nice end. PF good nice end. Because all I need is to call Chavinga, Ngona, and whatever, bring them together. And say, guys, let's go for a convention. And they can go for a convention. And in that convention, I can image leader. So if I had the capacity, Kangwe, by the way, ni Kangwe nderandapo, capacity, Kangwe. But I'm giving you an example. Because capacity muma politics in Indarama. Capacity in politics is money. When you talk about capacity, it's money. Don't cheat yourself. Hey, no. I wrote somebody who saying, no. It's not about money. It's about leadership. Yes, you need leadership. You need leadership. You need astuteness. You need witness. Yeah, you need all that. But kangwe kalafuaika. If we pano so, ile pano on the show. Kangwe masabi kamandi boom. Yeah. Hey. You don't need the courts. You are going to court because you are weak. Because you are weak. And you think the courts will give you powers. Courts do not give powers. Courts do not give powers. Politics give you powers. When you have the powers, then even the court will give you powers. You don't get powers from the court. You don't get powers, political power from court. You get political power from politics. And I'm not saying from the people. I'm being very careful. Because some of you think that, no. It's the people. People power. Pari we mingala tu pama politics. Pari we mingala tu. Pari we mingala tu. Tutu wache tureisot. Hey, I'm going to contest. Hey, UPND is not doing good. So, if I contest, hey, I've got a chance. Some of you are really thinking to say, because there is load shedding. Hey, because Wunga Katushinga Nishingoko. Hey, whatever. You tabulate all these things. And you say, if I stand, I'm going to win. You are joking. You are joking. You are joking. Big time, you are joking. Oh, those issues that you are talking about, hey, this, hey, that, they are always there during the time of elections. Always there. Always there. UPND has failed. UPND has whatever. They are always there. Even UNIP. Hey, UNIP has done this. Kaunda has failed. Hey, Wuntengo Wabunga. Hey, whatever. That was the issue. Chilufya came in. If you think Chilufya came in because there was high prices, there was whatever, you are joking. Came MMD. Hey, Sata was saying, hey, Rupiah Banda, hey, he has messed up the economy, hey, whatever. Same issues. If you think Sata was brought in because the Mirimi was expensive, you are joking. This time around, if you think because of load shedding, HH is going, you are joking. If you think HH is going because Mtengo wa Mungana, you are joking. That's why I tell you, come to me for consultancy. Come to me for consultancy, because a lot of you are so simplistic. So simplistic. You approach politics from an ordinary reasoning. No, Muntwandi. No. I want to know more. Hey, people like me. People want me. Hey, washing go up top of market. You know, you go by the market and people shout, hey, Tayali. Look at the rallies. Eh? People hold the rallies, big rallies. At the end of the day, let's get the votes. Wasanga tukoto. So, our politics, yeah, you are crazy. The point is, what I'm telling you is that, but PF, you are wasting your time if you think that the court will restore your PF. No, it will not. It's only you yourselves who can restore PF. But I don't see capacity in PF to restore PF. I don't see it. I don't see capacity, because I don't think you can manage to bring that Kachavinga and Ngona and get to agree. Because the only route here, the best way is to bring Chavinga and Ngona, sit here and make them call for a convention. That is the only way. That is the only way. Those ones, no, they are illegal. Unfortunately, they staged the coup. In countries, I've given you examples in countries where there was a coup. You can't just go and resurrect whoever there was the president and bring him back to say, yeah, no, this one staged the coup. Out. Let's bring the leader who was there. Can you do that? You staged the coup. You can't bring back. That leader is gone. You will never restore PF to the way it was before 24th October 2023. You will never restore it. Worse off, by Edgar Lungu is even dead. You will never restore it. The only way is to work with what is there. And what is there is that Kachavinga is the president of PF. And Ngona is the secretary general. Who is this guy? Nakachinda. Nakachinda can move around, can hold as many press conferences as he wants. He can issue as many directives as he wants. The president is Chavinga. And I can tell you, Chavinga can actually cause a lot of problems if he so desires. He can cause a lot of problems. Why? Because, I mean, he's on the power side. He's on the power side. What matters in politics is power. But PF, you don't have the power that Chavinga has. You don't have it. You don't have the power that Chavinga has. And you don't have the capacity to upset that. You don't have the capacity. So the only solution now, the way forward, but PF, you don't have capacity to change this. And you will not change it. Mark my words. 2026 is coming. You will not change this. So what is the way forward? The way forward is get that part. Look for another part and mobilize yourself in that part. Graft yourself in that part. Look for another party. Of course, you have that National Congress. If you are comfortable with National Congress and Peter Chanda, you are agreeing with Peter Chanda nicely, graft yourself already in New Party Congress. Graft yourself in there. Once you graft yourself in there, and your members will follow. The members know. The members know. All you have to do is, tell them this is the house we have moved in. It is as good as moving from one house to the other. That's all. That's all. Leave that house for Chavinga. Leave him. Leave that house for Chavinga. Leave that house for Chavinga. And once you leave that house for Chavinga, Chavinga will even be irrelevant. Chavinga, you are making Chavinga irrelevant by following him Naka PF. Once you leave Chavinga, I don't even think that even the UPND will be interested in him. He's busy making ama phone calls ya ulokulondoloka. It is because you are fighting him over this. But once you let go PF at Nachibi, Chavinga akashala pambiribiri. Akashala pambiribiri. Because even the UPND will not be interested. The focus will be where you will go now. They will leave that PF. And Chavinga will be useless. I don't think Chavinga's life, political life, is coming to an end at the end of this term. Next year, my elections, Chavinga cannot go and contest in his constituents. Chavinga cannot go and contest in his constituents and win. He can't. He can't, and he even knows it. He will not, Chavinga will not go and contest in his constituency. He knows he won't. And UPND cannot even adopt him. Because, it will be a disaster. And even himself, as an independent or as a PF president, he cannot win an election. And once more, Mulekachi PF to say, senda, na ba UPND bakamusula. Bakamusula ba PF, ba UPND bakamusula, they will just discard it. So, you move to another party. It is the best way. It is the best way. In that party, you can now start talking about adoptions. Because you need MPs. You need MPs. And since the grassroots is still good, you can still manage to get a few MPs. You might not get so many, but at least you will get some MPs. You will get some MPs. You might even get 20, 30. You can't be ambitious. I'm telling you. That's the truth. You can't be ambitious. You can't be ambitious. I'll be talking about parliamentary whatever later on. But PF will not get so many. They will not get so many seats. I know UPND will also struggle in terms of MPs, but they will get the majority. UPND will get the majority. UPND will get the majority. They will win the presidency, and they will get the majority in terms of parliamentary representation. A number of MPs are going out. A number of MPs are going out. That is why some of these guys are even saying, no, I'm going to contest as president. I'm going to contest as president. You want to contest as president when if you go back to go and contest in your constituency, you can't even win. You can't even win. And my advice to those young ones who are trying to jostle for presidential position, I tell you, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time just for you to make a record to say, I contested as president. It doesn't give you much impetus in politics. It doesn't. Sean Tembo did. Sean Tembo contested. There are other guys also I can mention. I don't want to mention other names. There are a number of them that contested. What has it added to their political career? What has it added? What? I am even better off who has never contested. I'm better off. So those of you young ones who are now thinking that, you know, hey, no, I can just, you are wasting your time. You mark my words. Contest as presidents, you will see, you will get very insignificant votes. And afterwards, it will be very difficult for you to do politics. It will be very difficult for you to do politics. You are better off going back to parliament. You are better off going back to parliament, because in parliament, you have a platform. You are part of government. It is very important. It is very important. It is not easy to be out of government, not to have any elected position when you are in politics. Listen to me very well. It is better to be part of government. It's better to be part of the elective leaders, elected leaders. It is better. Even as a councillor, you are better off. Even as a councillor, you are better off than just being out there to say, I'm a politician. It is better to be in an elected position as a politician. It is better to be in an elected position than just to be out there and say, I'm a politician. It is very difficult. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from experience. Me, I'm not in an elected position. But I have to do this. That's why I am waking up. Kuno, this is 03. I am talking. Why? Because I want to continue interacting with people. I must sustain it. I must sustain it. I must make my presence felt. You have seen, even when I've left the country, I keep on interacting with you people. I am so many miles away from Zambia. But I can't lose my base. Once I stop talking, I lose my base. Mwalanda wako, you forget me. You forget me. But, and then, I am able to talk. Me, I'm able to articulate issues. I'm able to keep the audience 1 hour and then what 1 hour. How many of you can hold the audience for 1 hour? Even for 30 minutes, how many can hold the audience? Now, abantu bale kutamba 1.2 bale kutamba 1 hour. How many of you can do that? How many of you can do that? So the best way that you can do, look for an elective position. Be there. That is your platform. Once you come out of there, it will be very difficult. Some of you, you can't sustain yourself. If to survive up to Shanjan, Kare to Tampa. We are building. But some of you cannot. You are better off going for an elective position. You need your base. You need your platform. Don't rush. Oh no, I want to be president. I want to be... No, you are wasting your time. Some of you think, no, if I contest it, then it doesn't. Keep building yourself. Keep building your reputation. Keep building your connections. Keep building your connections. So, my point is, we need where these people can, the PF aligned. We need the PF aligned members of parliament who are already in parliament and aspirants where they can lodge their nominations. You need that. The more you delay, you will make it difficult even for people who want to aspire to contest under PF, now PF aligned or the PF aligned. You are making it difficult for them. The sooner you do it, the better. And I know once you do it, once you go in that direction, even by UPND, they will get sick. Even by UPND, they will get sick. They will get sick. And be sure they will come with their own Ningarato. So even there, you need to be quick so that if there are Ningaratos, you resolve them sooner than later. Otherwise, UPND is going to contest like the only party, like a one-party state. Like a one-party state. We don't have a political party that can give us members of parliament. We don't have. We don't have a political party that can give us members of parliament. We don't have. We don't. Only the PF aligned will give us members of parliament. And we need those members of parliament. At least, though they will not be many, but at least they should be there. Ngamwa filekera ati mulekere banani ati ba socialist. Ba socialist. Ba socialist. Ba socialist. Male kaba socialist. Male kaba socialist. It's those eggs which cannot hatch. Socialist is a party that cannot hatch. Even those of you who are thinking that, no, I'm going to contest on socialist, you are wasting your time. You are better off, but PF, if the PF can organize themselves, you are better off there. Socialist is it's a waste of time. That party is just, it's a BID, brought in dead. Brought in dead. Brought in dead. Anyway, I think I've made my point. Basically, what I'm saying is that don't look up to the courts. Stop wasting time insulting the innocent judges. Stop. This problem is in your court to resolve. You can resolve it. You can resolve it amongst yourselves, and you can spare our judiciary from this nonsense, because it's nonsense. You created this and you want to take it to the court to resolve it for you. Resolve it amongst yourselves. You are a family. You are a family. Resolve it amongst yourself. Citizen first. Citizen first, Bakalava should first look for a constituency. If I were a Kalava, my advice to Hari Kalava is that look for a constituency. Get back to parliament. Get back to parliament. If you can go back to Bahati and win a seat there, you are better off. You are better off, because your lifespan is very short. It's very short. And I'm the next president. I'm the next president. Whatever. I'm the next president. I'm the next president. Don't forget that. So save yourself to remain in politics by winning a seat. You go in. Anyway, should I open phone lines? Should I open phone lines? Mulandeko. Naranda san. Ba socialist, tapali ba socialist na imwe. Socialist, socialist ni muchimbusu mwakwingira wafuma. Socialist ni muchimbusu mwakwingira wafuma, waingira wafuma. Haven't you seen how the people go in and out, go in and out, go in and out? The leaders of socialists, public toilet cleaners. But I think seeing we are in Afuma. Oh yeah, you can go in Afuma. But what they have money, but the selfishness. This is again the selfishness of some of these leaders. Because if you are not selfish, you would actually promote others. You would promote others. But okay, if we can't manage, you know, you help others. You help others. Nobody mwana mkatirira fi tapale komka. Socialists, I tell you, nothing. Am I elections? It's a 2026. I'm entitled to my own opinion. I'm giving my opinion. And my elections, yake some 2026. You will come and tell me if what I'm saying here is not true. You will come and tell me. Mwandika mwana tribalism. Tribal. Tribalism, even in manifesto ya party. Kuchi ya wani party. Can it go anywhere? Instead of talking about issues, my candidate, tribe. Mwamu kuleta na wa professor ba fake. Ba shishua. Professor of tribalism. Kagai kalafu ama politics. Kagai kalafu utuma position mu government. And he's a kabita guy. He's like a bitter guy. He wants to be recognized. But he plays around. Hey, professor, hey, expert. Just come and do politics properly. Not if you could have me from a long article. Hey, long articles about tribe. Ah, Mambarai. Just come and do politics. Some of these people. Uyo. Arebwelera posori. Ah, yadipwa. That song messed us up. It messed us up. Arebwelera. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Tayali. You okay?
Yeah, good.
I'm happy. Yeah, no. I'm calling you I'm from the UK. I mean, West Midlands of UK.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've been following you this time, and I like the way you put things. It's only that people don't understand, and they do not understand the Zambian, kind of politics. That's the reason why you do hear. Just now I was listening to this guy called Mukandiraoni Diamond, where he's encouraging PF, where he's even saying, no, I think let's impeach HH, and then when you look at the carry-bound people that are coming up with all those things, those are the same people that are misleading those people within PF, and they think they will still make it. But like what you are saying, let 2026 come in, they're going to go out and cry like no man's baby.
Yeah.
If they could just get your advice, and then maybe they come up with this other party that they can groom, and maybe they can have some members of parliament, not like the way they're standing and trying to wrestle with the Chavingas. Also, Chavinga is there, and you would want to make sure that they don't even get near to PF.
Of course.
Thank you, my brother. I will keep in touch.
Thank you. Kachavinga, foolish as he may be. You know, Chavinga, I'm telling you, crazy, useless as he may be, I mean, he's holding PF. He's there to sabotage. He's there to sabotage PF. And you won't get it from Chavinga. Why? He's on the power that be. The political power is on his side. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Bakaramba. Bakaramba.
We're not from quiet.
We're enjoying Makaramba. Thank you. And good analysis. Yes. So, Piachishinka, actually, what you're talking about, Piachishinka, and basically just specifically to zero in on Kawata, I wanted to find out from you, in terms of the candidates, the current MP, and what would be ideal, having stood in Kawata as a candidate, member of parliament. Do you think that going for independence would be ideal, looking at the current situation that's happening? How do you look at the current AP?
Okay, look, first of all, I want to say this. I will be going forward, I'll be more discussing the general elections, and I'll be giving tips here and there, to people, publicly here. But of course, you are also free to contact me privately so that we can strategize. But anyway, now responding in terms of contesting as members of parliament or whatever position, the best is to contest under a political party. That is the best. Okay. However, if that fails, and you have built a good support base, you can go as an independent. Now, when you talk about Kabwata, Kabwata is a cosmopolitan constituency and highly literate, okay? The people in Kabwata, they follow issues. They listen to when we are talking and things like that. The guy that is there. So anyway, first of all, before I go there. So that being the case, that is a constituency that, you know, it is about who plays the right politics. Okay? So you can win it if your only political party is even better. But you can also pull it off as an independent. Remember, Given Lubinda won that seat first time as an independent, you know, when it was actually tough during the time of MMD. Okay? So in Kabwata, because of the electorates who are there, they are literate, they are informed, they are able to, you know, to see. So it is about how you sell yourself. It's about how you sell yourself. If you sell yourself well, you can actually beat whoever is contesting, even on a ruling party. You can beat that person. On the incumbent, I will not say, I will not talk about it because, you know, he's a friend. Let me not, I'll leave it there, but I'll just make these 2 points that it's always better to stand on a political party. It is good, even if you have the money. But where it fails, you can stand on as an independent, depending on a constituency also. Because independence, people look at the political party. They look at the political party, especially in the rural areas. It's very difficult to win as an independent. So that is my position.
True. Thank you. Thank you. Well said.
Thank you. So I'll be discussing a lot of these issues. You know, I'll be giving tips. In terms of myself, no, I don't see myself contesting elections in 2026 because at the moment, of course, you know what it is. I can't just pack my bags. But they have told me come, but I can't just pack my bags and come back. I can't just pack my bags and come back. So 2026, I don't see myself contesting. But I tell you, I'm going to play a very big role. A very big role. Those of you who are underrating me, you will see. You will see my political power here. You will see. You will see. Those of you underrating me. I don't damage Tefironda. Damage Tefironda. Those of you who have been underrating me, those who think I don't know whatever. Those of you who have been messing me up. Damage Tefironda, you will see. You will see my political influence. I'm not going to be in Zambia. I'm not going to contest, but in damage Tefironda. So start talking to me nicely now. Start talking to me nicely because you know, I haven't spoken about at Shanyulia. What is his name again? I haven't forget. I'm even that name. Tawanda. Is it Tawanda? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Tayali.
Yes, sir.
Your analysis Monday, what is exactly what is going to happen next year? It's likely to be a repeat of the 1996.
Yes.
If you remember very well, 1996 when MMD destroyed UNIP. So we had people like Dini Mungomba of ZDC, something like that, if you remember. I'm from Mulemba. I've got you had Rewanikau contested and the Chama, something like that. Those people contested. Yes.
You know, that one who was foreign, who was a Home Affairs Minister. He's late.
Yes.
You know, even Antoine Kane won't serve at Vananyama. There were a number of people that were supposed to continue.
Yes.
But because UNIP was destroyed, they lost.
Yes.
They lost.
Yes.
Completely. And that's how they lost their political strength.
Yes. So me, that is what I'm looking at it. So if the PF don't play their cards very well, it will be a repeat. It will be a landslide for UPN next year.
And you know, another thing. You have spoken about my politics. You have spoken about UNIP.
Yes.
But even PF destroyed the MMD. Even PF destroyed the MMD. You know.
It's a trend. It's a trend. Actually, it's a trend. And if the people are thinking that, like you are saying, that the courts are going to save them, actually, you have given them a very nice hint which you have given to save them. Let them just go back and beg Chavinga so they can sort out this issue. Otherwise, I don't think this needs to be sorted out. Because if you remember, you tend to also very, very careful. When Mao Sampo wanted to go reconcile with the other guys outside the courts, they went ahead and then you see what the Mingatot is going on here. My politics there, I'm
if you look at Chavinga, I mean, you think HH will be interested in Chavinga? Who is Chavinga? But Chavinga is serving a purpose. Chavinga is serving a purpose. Who is Chavinga? Chavinga, can you yumfa? No, hey, basan to me na phone. Hey, no, there is a mission. What? Who is Chavinga? A guy who talks like that, even perform for Kadela and Daffy. If you Kadela and Daffy perform, more comfort, but he's serving a purpose. My politics. He's serving a purpose. And it's very difficult to resolve this. You won't resolve it. Thinking kuma courts, you are wasting your time. Leave our judges out of this. Resolve these matters, mweka. Resolve these matters, mweka. That consent order will not be signed, and it should not even be signed. It should not even be signed. That judge should just ignore it. Should just ignore it, because signing that, it has got serious repercussions. Serious repercussions. A consent judgment is a judgment, by the way. A consent judgment is a judgment. So with that judgment, people will run. They will sue. They will sue registrar of societies. Parliament will be drawn in because of that consent judgment. Because of that consent judgment, Parliament will be drawn in. Hey, what about this? What about this? So te cap sign na kala mayo. Mayo komuli ukoba Zulu te kwesho ka sign na kala consent judgment. Naka kwa tobu afya. Nika virus. Nika virus. Me, I'm a patriotic Zambian. I don't want to embarrass my government. And I don't want people, disgruntled politicians, to embarrass my government. They cause this nonsense. Let them resolve them. Quickly, just go. Get that National Congress. Discuss with Peter Chan. Mulisheni mwesh isha kwanina. Mulisheni mwesha kwanina. So that that's seleko. Even Chavinga win. Nganamu wafe serious veso. Ma politics saya so. Chavinga kutimu amu pilibura pelet. Kutimu pilibura Chavinga. If you are just mwadiba namu kwa ta capacity. No matter kwa ta capacity. Anyway, I think I've made my point. Let me do other things. Let me do other things. So the PF in them here. I want my elections here next year. I want us to have some MPs in Parliament, and time to prepare is now. Those who are going to contest, those who are aligned to PF, where are they going to get the adoption certificates? Where are they going to get the adoption certificates? They will not get it from PF. They will not. So, you better quickly move and start marketing the party where you will give adoption certificates. Start preparing that. Start preparing that. The issue of Tonse, what, Tonse is not going anywhere. Tonse is not going anywhere. Our PF, you created Tonse, but you have destroyed it yourselves. I mean, you are positioning yourself to say you are the main party. So what's the point of, being in an alliance? What's the point of being in an alliance? So just brand yourself, just be on your own, and start moving. Start moving. I think, thank you very much for following me. My next broadcast will be on Wednesday. But I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I am hoping that please don't disappoint me. Milo, I'll come back crying here if I will see that that appeal is continuing. I am really praying that the family will agree. And I'm insisting on the family because I know it's the family who are being difficult. Our church family ever difficulty with their bitterness. So I hope that they will compromise. Government has compromised a lot. I think the people that needs to compromise, it's the family. So I hope that they have compromised. I hope tomorrow we will have a different situation. Anyway, whatever will happen, I will come and update you tomorrow. Thank you very much. May God bless you. May God bless Zambia. Good night.